Hey guys, it's Lecky, and today we're going to be talking about why everything is a distraction. So, I just watched Jon Jones versus Stipe Miocic at UFC 309, and it was what I expected. It was just a animal eating a little cub, it was unfair. Stipe was removed from the sport for 5 years. Jon Jones just came in and feasted on him. It wasn't what I liked. And that was when it occurred to me that I think everything's a distraction. So, I work 6 till 6. So I worked 6 p.m. until 6 a.m. the previous day. And I got home and I looked at the time that the UFC starts. And it said where I am in Australia, the main card started at midday at 12 o'clock. So, I got home 6 in the morning. UFC is 6 hours away. So I thought, I'm gonna have to wake up, before 6 p.m. and, go back to work. And if I go to sleep now, I'll get a full 12 hours because I'll go to sleep at 6 a.m. or would have got home 7 a.m. Slept, woke up at 4 p.m. maybe, something like that, and went in to work. But I didn't. I woke up at 12 o'clock, so I only got 6 hours sleep just to watch the UFC. But here's the problem. I put an alarm on for 12 o'clock and I didn't wake up. I slept all the way until 4. And I woke up like I originally intended. And I didn't get to watch the fight live. And I was really upset. So I went and downloaded it. Made sure I had it there so I can watch it when I get home the next day. And when I watched it, I thought, I'm glad that my alarm didn't wake me up. Because it wasn't worth cutting 4 or 5 hours of my sleep out just to watch that. And then I went further. I realized a lot of things are distraction, whether it's movies, TV shows, music, random celebrities doing stupid stuff all the time. Doesn't really matter because at the end of the day, they'll all still do the same thing. These people, they prey on taking your time. That's why they sell these ads. Why do you think on UFC there's a lot of Monster energy drinks, empty cans everywhere, 10 goddamn Monster symbols on the octagons on the floor everywhere? Because they want at any point in time you to see it. So they're essentially trying to steal your time. Same thing happens with music. Like if you listen to my song for more than 60 seconds, I get paid. I'm stealing your time. Same thing happens for YouTube. Every time you have an ad, you try to steal someone's time. They care about watch time. Everything's time. Because it's the one intangible thing you can't get back. And it's one of those things like that movie, In Time, with that Justin Timberlake guy. It's the same concept if you think about it. Yeah, a lot of these people are taking your time away. Yeah, they're distracting you from what actually matters. So if you actually put your head down and took away all distractions, you would be able to do double the amount of things you could do. Think about gaming. I remember when I was a kid, I spent 40, 50, 60 hours playing games. Yeah, like a week. Some people do more. Some people do 50, 60 hours fucking a day, bro. Yeah, double overtimes, So imagine if you put all that effort into something that actually mattered. Like I work 60 hours a week now. And I remember I was doing, 20 hours playing Call of Duty. Just, killing people, multiplayer or zombies. And then I thought, what if I put 20 hours doing something else? What if I got a second job? What if I put 20 hours on YouTube? What if I put 20 hours on something that mattered? You could get paid. You know what I mean? And now my revenues from all types of jobs is mental because I put in so much work. I don't have time for distractions. I don't have time to watch movies and TV shows and music and things like that unless I'm making it. And my brother was the one who kind of jigged me onto this because he used to always think that UFC is a distraction. Like he just doesn't like fighting, doesn't like to watch it, he thinks it's useless. Same as the Mike Tyson fight, he didn't want to watch it, and I didn't blame him because it was a waste of time. But while he says this, he doesn't see the irony in movies and TV shows being the same amount of a waste of time. Because he watches these TV shows and these movies and these things and knows all the lore about them when it doesn't really matter, it doesn't change anything. It's, same shit, different smell. It's just what you got attracted to was the movies and TV shows. I got attracted to the UFC. Still the same thing, still in my time. But you gotta be, the devil's advocate, and you've gotta think about if you're distracted from something, what are you distracted from? And if you are distracted from making money or something like that, then do you really care? Because I had these hours that I was wasting on things I didn't care about, like games, and I put them into work and make more money, on my side hustles that you might not care about. You will think that time passes the same either way, so I might as well enjoy it. You know what I mean? And I'm in the mindset of, if I work really hard right now in my 20s to my 30s, then I won't have to work ever again. I can do what I want to do. Everyone else can work for me. And I knew this. I knew watching other people, that's what they did. And I have multiple revenues of income. So I have my main source of income is my job. So I work 60 hours a week. I get paid 100 grand a year after taxes. So that's easy 100 grand. I make at least $30,000 a year off my music. I make at least 20 grand, 30 grand a year off of doing Uber Eats and deliveries. So I'm making a lot of money and I'm saving almost all of it. So eventually I won't have to work this hard ever in my life again. I wasn't born with, a lot of money or a lot of people that have money, but I guess I was born with work ethic. I work 60 hours a week at my day job, or technically it's a night job, and then I work another 20 hours a week doing Uber, and I still have time to make YouTube videos, to make music, to do all these things. And that's purely because I don't have distractions. I don't have to sit there and go, oh, NBA starts this time, or this starts this time, or a new show came out. I don't know. You couldn't tell me anything, And the same thing to me was the presidential election. I only found out that Trump won by someone else. Other people told me. You know what I mean? And something like that proves my fact that these are all distractions. It's meant to make you put your power, your time, your effort into things that don't matter. Where if you put that into things that did matter, you would be a potential threat, There's more people on, medications for either psychotic problems or depressive problems than there has ever been. And I think this is just attributed to a lot of these distractions. People can live in their own world and associate with people that truly only believe in them, that when they do go out in public and end up meeting someone that has a different ideology than them, they freeze. You know what I mean? And you see this with these kick streamers and that. They've been living in their bedroom for the last 10 years and only being, yes men by everyone else on their streams that will just tell them what they want to hear and further indulge in their idiocy. That when they go out and meet normal people that will not conform to them, they'll be like, what the fuck is wrong with you? They're like, you're the weird one. And that's why you look at people, they can't speak properly or you can't do anything normal. You know what I mean? Like, I was watching a video my brother showed me of a guy named Speed. Yeah, and he's looks normal, but you can tell he's playing it, he's playing on a role. But then if you look at, I forgot his name, but there's going to be a photo of him. I'll put him up. His name's Neon. Yeah, and this guy, I remember watching a video of him trying to like box a boxing bag. Well, not a boxing bag, it was like pads, trying to hit him. And there was a boxer next to him teaching him how to do it. And he was just like a gremlin. Like, I don't know where they found this guy, and someone like this, the fact that he can just run his mouth and do whatever he wants, no consequences, kind of shows you he's just distracting you. And if you're a person that watches this, and I feel ashamed that I even know his name, because that's already a distraction. So if you just acknowledge things are distractions, you can keep them away from you. Like, I've deleted almost all social medias. I only have YouTube left. I've deleted basically everything that can not benefit me. I believe that we are in some sort of Roman circus still, and it never ended. Even though the Roman Empire ended, I believe they just transitioned it and got smarter with it. So even though movies and TV shows and things like that, that's just a evolution of what the circus and the Roman gladiators were. Like if you look at back in the day, what they believed the Roman theory is they believe that, I'm going to put a screenshot on the screen of what they define the Roman circus theory to be, but they think it's the Roman government's practice of keeping the populace content through food and extravagant spectacles. So essentially they're trying to say, we are going to give you bread and circuses and people will never leave you. They'll do whatever you want. And essentially that is true. The circuses is your entertainment, your movies, music and TV shows and fighting or whatever it is, and your bread is your work. That's your bread and butter, is what they call it. You know what I mean? So they give you your bread, they give you circuses, and you'll be content. And most people have been. And that's why I believe everything is a distraction.